Alright guys, in today's video, I'm going to be reviewing the Bandai movie monster series, King Ghidorah 2001 or King Ghidorah from Godzilla, Mothra, King Ghidorah, Giant Monsters All Out Attack. Yeah, that title is way too long. So for the rest of the video, I'm going to be calling it GMK if I bring up the title. So without further ado, let's get into this beast of an incredible figure. Starting off with his tag. We got a nice image of King Ghidorah 2001 on the front of the tag, Godzilla in the corner because got the Bandai America one. Nice crisp image of King Ghidorah on the front. Inside, all this stuff, King Ghidorah 2001. Back is cut out to King Ghidorah's wing, Godzilla, Mothra, King Ghidorah, Giant Monsters All Out Attack, Bandai movie monster series. But now it's time to put King Ghidorah's tag back in his sleeve. And now it's time to get into this incredible looking figure. And this guy is so much better than the previous King Ghidorah 2001 I reviewed on my channel, and also please check that video out. This is the normal Bandai movie monster series King Ghidorah 2001, and the other one's the Bandai America one, just letting that know if you didn't know. So, this one is also a pretty new figure. It doesn't say it on here, but this one came out in 2024. So, this was last year, so I can't believe it took me, like, almost a full year to get this guy. But I'll also check out the Godzilla 2001 video. But anyways, time to get into detail on this guy. Very nice, starting off with the wings. We got very nice detail, like, the shading and all the bumps on it. Same thing with all the little lines and the, I don't really know what they're called, but like the inside things. The scales look incredible on this guy, and just going into this before we get into paint, I think the paint is definitely a lot better. It's a lighter gold than compared to the old Bandai America one. But, yeah, again, going back to detail, all the spikes on the back look very nice. Same thing with the detail here. Moving into the tail, again, also spikes going down the tail and the back. The goldenness and the skin detail looks very nice. All the little scales everywhere. The legs look very nice with the detail of the skin and the scales. Even the feet look nice, but there's no detail at the bottom of the feet. Moving into the crotch, there's detail. Very skinny tail. The chest area looks very, very nice. So do the bottom of the neck with all the detail of the skin and his sharpness on the top. With the facial fins on this guy look very good, which, if you didn't know, this is a history thing. The facial fins, these little things on the side, the Varan was going to be in Godzilla, Mothra, King Ghidorah, Giant Monsters All Out Attack, along with Anguirus instead of King Ghidorah and Mothra. But then they put King Ghidorah and Mothra in to make the movie get a higher budget, but they left Baragon in. Since the director or whoever wanted Varan to be in, didn't get to get him in, he designed, he designed King Ghidorah to have the facial fins of Varan because he liked Varan. But, also, the little spikes on the top of his heads look very nice. They look reminiscent of the Showa King Ghidorah's little spikes on top. The face looks very nice, all of them, the ones with the open mouth and then the one with the closed mouth. The eyes and just every detail on the face with the nose and everything. It's just incredible. So 10 solid stars in terms of detail. But without further ado, let's get into size comparisons. Shin Ghidorah, Virus, Mecha King Ghidorah, Kiryu Kai, Major Tank, and finally, to go along with this guy's movie, Baragon. Well, not the exact one from the movie, but still, it's Baragon. But yeah, definitely he's not that big, but it's just like how he's in the movie. This King Ghidorah is still a teenager. Yeah, if you didn't know that, this King Ghidorah, when he's fully grown, this guy's only like 1,000 years old, or when he gets revived, he is. But when he fully is grown, he has 8 heads, so he's more like Yamata no Orochi, which, if you don't know who that is, just look him up. He's a very cool kaiju. He's pretty much just King Ghidorah, but with 8 heads, but anyways, back to the figure. Let's get into paint. So his whole body's got this light gold, pretty much his whole body. That it looks very nice when it's shining in the sun. Like, look at that. Same, even if it's not shining in the sun, it looks very nice. The lighter gold looks better than the darker gold on this King Ghidorah. But I think this is also the reused mold of the old Bandai King Ghidorah 2001 sculpt. So yeah, there's that. But there is like this reddish red. There's white spots around the eyeballs, and then I think the actual eyes are red. Sorry, I cannot hold up the camera. Yeah, I think they're like this reddish, and then the inside of the mouth is, wait, I'm gonna look at it. It's like this purplish kind of, and then the teeth are silver, and so are the horns. And the toenails are silver. But so yeah, 10 solid stars in terms of paint. But now it is time to get into articulation. Starting off with the legs. Both of these legs move all the way around. It's sort of hard because they run into the wings, but still, they can make a full swivel out, and it doesn't really bump into them that much. But no articulation at the wings, no articulation at the heads, and no articulation at the tail. Which I think this is also how the old Bandai King Ghidorah's articulation was, but yeah, it's still 10 solid stars in terms of articulation. At least we got articulation, but I feel like we obviously would, because on pretty much most of the Bandai figures they have articulation. But anyways, yeah. Okay, we've done paint, detail, size. That was pretty fast. I think we'll get back into detail real quick, because I skipped some spots again. Also on the top of the head, again, I wanted to get into the noses and just everything about these faces, because the faces look just incredible. Like, all the detail on the nose, the way they painted it, it just looks very nice on the figure. Same thing with everywhere else. And this is a pretty big figure, or like not in height, because if you compare him to my Mecha King Ghidorah, who's pretty big, he is shorter. But that like sort of goes along with him in the movie of how he's a bit shorter than Godzilla 2001. But yeah, yeah, again, 10 solid stars in terms of detail, articulation, and paint. Again, also, I just want to point this out. I wish they did add a bit more paint on this guy, like shading in some spots, but like this is literally like how he looks in the movie. So I still think they did a good job, but yeah, it's definitely a very nice figure, and get this guy if you really want him. Or also just check him out, because he's a very nice figure. But yeah, that is really it for today's review, and I will see you guys in the next one for oh, and also another cool thing is this guy's a good guy in the movie. He's not a bad guy. Yeah, this King Ghidorah is a good guy. In the next video, I'll be reviewing a figure that's been long overdue. The Bandai Shin, come on, how am I forgetting this? Shin Ghidorah, or Virus from Gamma Rebirth, but I'll review them both. But yeah, see you guys in the next one.